Hello, and thank you for tuning in to the latest edition of the WaygookinWay podcast. WaygookinWay.com is my website where I write about various topics that deal with Korean and Korean American issues from the point of view of a non-Korean. So if you want a Korean learner's perspective on things, you can check out the writings at WaygookinWay.com. You can also click the subscribe button to listen to future episodes of this podcast, or be sure to go back and check out other episodes dealing with other issues as well. So today, I wanted to do kind of a little bit of a pep talk for those of you struggling with your Korean learning. Korean learning can be difficult, especially coming over from English, because you have a non-Romanized alphabet, you have something that's totally different as far as everything, pretty much. And so some people learn Korean really fast, other people struggle with their Korean very much. And so I wanted to talk about something that I did that helped me to learn Korean a little bit better. I'm not saying that I'm fluent in Korean, but I definitely saw an improvement when I tried changing my mindset. So for those of you who are not familiar with my background, I am somebody who has been studying Korean language and culture for over 10 years. And at first it was a real struggle for me, but I have gotten to the point where I'm able to speak in Korean. I have been interviewed for 45 minutes in Korean in Korea. I have done Korean speaking for up to 30 minutes in Korean, and I've done speaking in Korean in front of over 400 people. So, what helped me? I think, like a lot of people, I really started learning Korean backwards. And for some reason, as adults, we do that. We don't think about how we learned our mother tongue. And so, what I mean by learning Korean backwards, a lot of people, they get stuck because they hear about Korean and they hear that it is a SOV language. So for those that don't understand what SOV means, SOV, subject, object, verb language. So English is the opposite. It is a subject, verb, object language. That's why in English we'll say, I, subject, am going, verb, to the store, object. Korean would be more store going, or I, the store, go, subject, object, verb. So people hear that and they try to twist around the sentence structure to try to make it more Korean. But the problem is they don't have the vocabulary in their mind to put the vocabulary with the sentence structure to make complete sentences and to be able to communicate. When you think of how a little child learns a language, as a baby, it cannot talk. So it sits and it listens and it mimics the sounds that it's hearing. As it mimics, it starts learning different words. And so the child learns, if I say, I'm hungry, or pekopa, then they're going to get food. They're going to get what they want faster by being able to speak. And so they speak more, their sentences and their words get corrected by their parents, and then they start going to school and learning the grammar rules and learning how they talk the way that they do. So the thing that I always encourage people, try to think like a baby and try to learn Korean that way. I think for a lot of us, we've been told that to learn Korean you need to listen to K-pop and you need to watch Korean dramas. And the reason for that is that's how you can pick up words and sounds and mimic them. It's just very few people explain that process when it comes to learning Korean, and that's why it seems to get stuck. Where you're watching the dramas, you're listening to K-pop, but you're not doing it with the purpose in mind of mimicking what you're hearing and then using that vocabulary later on. So that's step one of step two. The second part, a lot of times people want to sound impressive in Korean, and so when they talk, they try to use bigger words, more complicated sentences, and then things don't work out well. So what can you do? Again, think like a baby. A baby doesn't use a full sentence to say, I'm feeling really hungry right now. A baby in Korean would just say 배고파, or maybe 배고, just hungry. And so when you're starting off with Korean, instead of trying to use fancy words to impress people, most people won't expect a non-Korean to know Korean. So the fact that you know something will definitely impress people. And just like a kid talking to its parents, if it says something wrong, the parents will gently correct it. When you're talking to older Korean people, when you say something that's not right or not honorific, they'll correct your Korean. And that's how you learn how to change certain things to make it more respectful, or to change it when you're talking to a younger person. And then you have more tools to play with. Learning Korean without vocabulary, learning Korean by trying to impress other people, is like having a puzzle board, but you don't have all the pieces. But once you have the pieces and you start to see how they can fit together, then you could put the puzzle together and get that beautiful picture at the end. So that's why I encourage those two things. Think like a baby and speak simply. As you go along, you'll start to pick up more and more words. You'll start to see other ways of saying things, and your Korean will naturally improve. So definitely, quitting Korean isn't going to make you learn it, but if you try it and you just change your mindset a little bit, it could make a huge difference. For me, with the sentences, once I did have more vocabulary, the thing that helped me was just breaking down sentences. So instead of saying longer ones, I had the words, I knew the sentence structure, I just made small, simple sentences. And then over time, I started adding on to it and adding on to it. And then I could do longer, more compound sentences in Korean. And it would make sense to people. And I could switch around words, I could take out certain words, add certain words in to give more variety to what I was saying. And it was still understandable, but I just had more pieces of the puzzle to play with so that I could make a more complete picture. So don't be afraid to start over. That's really what I did. I started over. I would listen to the same Korean drama over and over again, literally. Every night before going to sleep, just listening to that drama, picking up different words from that same drama DVD. And then as I start memorizing those words and using them, then make short, simple sentences, build onto it, and then I'm able to communicate more effectively. And so that's what helped me to get to the point where I can communicate with people who speak Korean and are in Korea, which is the more accurate Korean than what you hear sometimes in the US. So definitely try that. I've had other people try that approach and it seems to be working for them. If you tried that, definitely let me know how that's worked for you. Always remember that not everybody learns the same, so something that works for me may not work for you. But if you've been struggling with Korean, or even if you're struggling with another language, just try this approach for 2 or 3 months and see if it helps you pick up more of the language, and if you see any improvement, or if the people around you see any improvement. As always, you can email me at contact@waygookinway.com. That's contact@WaygookinWay.com. Look in the description box and you'll see the social media links. And again, if you like this video, please click the thumbs up, Please share this with anybody trying to learn a language that's struggling. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that when I do other episodes, you'll be able to get it. I'll soon be talking about other aspects of Korean language learning that can make a big difference and help you to continue to improve in your Korean. This is again the podcast for WaygookinWay.com. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you later. As always, remember the best way to get rid of your nightmares is to live out your dreams. Goodbye.